I want to welcome everybody to the 411 Knowledge and Entertainment Show. And this show really is for you. I mean, if you have dreams of being an actor, actress, producer, you know, a fashion designer, you want to get into the business, we're going to give it to you straight, no chasing. You can ask whatever questions you want, because all that glitz and glamour and the journey to making your dreams come true is definitely not what you think it is. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of hurt feelings, a lot of broke pockets, you know, a lot of tears along the way, and we're here to talk about all of that. So of course you guys are going to help me keep this show real. I'm going to pass the mic around, we're going to ask some questions, and we're going to get in everybody's business. How many of you know the group Arrested Development? Don't know, you're going to learn about them today because they are an integral part of history. We're talking multi-platinum selling group. This person happens to be one of the most phenomenal vocalists, dancers, songwriters, and actress, and she's an activist. I want to welcome up and roll out their carpet for my girl, Eshe of Arrested Development.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Good.
I'm great.
Now,
I'm great, bubbly.
Whenever you see Arrested Development on stage, there's this person who is giving it to you. Sweat is flying off, honey. The dance moves are turning you out, and the energy is up. And this is because of this woman.
Thank you so much.
Now, as much as we see you smiling on stage and everything is all beautiful, everybody's got a backstory to their journey.
Oh, yeah.
So how did Eshe and Arrested Development make the connection?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. It's an amazing story, actually. My sister, initially, she had an audition for Arrested Development. She didn't want to do it. And she was like, my little sister does African dance. I was only 13 years old. And so she passed the audition on to me.
Now, did you know what that group, or being a part of that group, was going to do for you?
No. I wanted to be a lawyer, and I wanted to dance for Al Navy. That's what I wanted to do. And it's amazing how sometimes, you know, God has a whole other plan for your life. You know, I never really thought I was going to be in the music industry, but I just fell into it because I just love to dance. I had a passion for dance. And so dance is what got me in the industry.
A lot of people approach you in regards to being a female, being chocolate, because believe me, your skin tone has played, or the way that you look plays a part on what somebody thinks is appealing on camera.
Oh, yeah.
And what kind of offers will come into the table for you, or, you know, offers that you know that you really weren't interested in, but these things do happen and they come into you.
You know, for me, because of the type of group Arrested Development is and was at the time, we still are today, it kind of worked for that because I was like no hair, bald head, like this gentleman here in the back. I had no hair, and it was like cool because we were like kind of this earthy, organic group. But on the flip side of that, if I wanted to go work with other artists, because I do choreography and all of that kind of stuff, it was like, well, you don't have enough hair, you're too black, you know, you're not black enough, you know, you're too thick, you know, that whole, it's a lot of that.
And believe me, people say this to your face. It's not like it's made up. And there's what's called black on black racism, where your own people will say this to your face. That, no, we want somebody light skin, long hair, or maybe we want somebody who's darker than you just because, you know, they will say this to you. You have to take it with a grain of salt. And you obviously have to step up your game. Your skill has to be like undeniable, so they'll be like, okay, we really want you on our team. So I know we're going to be short on time real quick, and we want to open the floor for everyone. So there are any questions that we have in the room.
So many beautiful faces too.
I see you back there.
How do you feel about how you perfected the industry by being that image of African dance in such a large industry, or such an impacting industry?
It's great, you know, it's amazing to me even now today, you know, and I love to tell people how old I am. I'm 35, and people come up to me and say, you still can move like that? Because a lot of people haven't seen the group in years, but we've been touring since 2000 again, and we've been doing a lot of stuff abroad, and when people see us perform, they're like, I can't believe you can still dance. I'm like, yeah, because this is what I do, this is who I am. But I love when I hear from Caucasians to African Americans to Latinos, everybody, they come up and say, you know what, I'm glad that you're still doing your thing, and you're not a small sister, you fit.
Right.
And you make me feel like I can dance, and I love that. And you just being yourself, it's like, you just free. And that's important to me, because this is who I am, you know what I mean? I'm like, I love who I am, I embrace it, I enjoy it, I love to perform, and I want people to see that, and that it's okay to be, if you're a size 20 and can rock it. I mean, I don't care, you know, and I love that. And so it blesses me when people come up to me and say that.
You never know who's watching you either, whether it's somebody that you admire or somebody who could do something for your career, so you always want to make sure that you carry yourself in the most respectful way and break down the stereotype, because it can be done, trust me. So my girl Eshe is here. She's been traveling the globe, and she continues to do so. They've got a new album, Arrested Development, called Strong.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You keep doing what you do.
Yes,
sister.
and you too. You know I love you, girl.
All right. We'll be back with more 411 Knowledge and Entertainment in just a minute. We got another special guest on the way. Welcome back, y'all, to the 411 Knowledge and Entertainment Show. We've got another special guest about to hit the scene. Now, you guys may have seen him, for all of you soap opera heads who watch All My Children and As the World Turns. Of course, all of you who love the Tyler Perry flicks, like Meet the Browns TV show, and Why Did I Get Married 1 and 2. And of course, he's a man from theater, and he's got a master's degree in education, because knowledge is power. I'm gonna roll out the red carpet for the talented and the fine Lammon Rucker.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
Good. Now Lammon has been in the game a long time. Born in Pittsburgh. So we same age. We 21 forever.
That's right.
Talk to me about the first day that you knew acting is what you wanted to do.
Well, you know what? I don't know that I ever really took. You know, everybody I think tries to make it sound real majestic and poetic, like you had this moment. So I didn't necessarily have a moment. So for me, it was really kind of like a process of like a series of discoveries, I guess, you know, if you will, where I was kind of like, yo, you know, let me try this, and then did it and was like, oh, that was kind of cool. I'm kind of good at it. Okay, so, well, let me go try this, you know. Sometimes being youthful and having that limited attention span, there's a reason for that. And I think that's when that's supported. Of course, you need structure and discipline too. That's a huge part. But I was really given the space and the freedom as a child, and truthfully, I still give myself that freedom to explore, to learn new things and discover new things. But I mean, if I had to pick a day, it would probably be the day that I decided to audition for the performing arts school that I ended up going to in high school, called Ellington School of the Arts in Washington, D.C.
Now, do you think without being part of a theater arts school or performing arts school, having that background, that history, that you would have the success you have now?
That's absolutely the reason why I'm as successful as I am now, no doubt about it. That particular school, the incredible people that that taught me, you know, right. I give my highest praise to my teachers.
Because training is key. Like
absolutely.
You don't just show up, and it's very rare that it happens like, yeah, you
get that out your mind. You don't even think you can just show up. You might be able to just show up the first day and everybody sweats you, but if you want to have longevity, consistency, if you want to actually be good, not just talented, you know, there's talent and there's skill. Is
it about the money and the fame that's coming with it, or is it still about the love and the passion for acting?
It's definitely about the love and the passion for it, and that's part of what I'm also saying. If you don't have, you know, if it's not coming from somewhere inside, you're not. It's not going to fulfill you. It's not going to motivate you. Some people are motivated by money, where they think they're motivated by money, or maybe they're motivated by money, but they're not fulfilled by money. Money will never ever fulfill you. So for me, it's always been about cultivating, like, you know, the joy of it. I mean, you know, this T-shirt actually I have on now is a product of a project that me and some of my boys, we started a theater company in LA. Again, realizing that there's a shortage of opportunities for black men. There are all these negative images of black men and black people, you know, people of color, period, across the world, but especially in this country. We were sick of it, and we said, you know what, instead of sitting around complaining, being pissed off and being mad at what we ain't getting and what ain't nobody giving us, we looked around, we got everything we need right here in this room. You know, so it's about learning how to be self-sufficient. But without the skill and the talent, without my education, without having, you know, a business degree and all these other things, I wouldn't have had the skill to actually say, yo, let's turn this into a business.
Really, what has been like the biggest reality check for you?
Biggest reality check for me would probably be really the understanding that this is a business and learning how to not take things personally. That's something that I was told, but you really don't get it until you're really in it. As a person, you've got to be passionate about what you're doing, have conviction, have all this discipline and this commitment to it, and at the same time, you've got to be detached from the results of that work and of that commitment, because it's not always going to pan out.
We're going to try and keep him around you guys, find out some of his disappointments and, of course, reality checks and working with Tyler Perry. But this is a 411 Knowledge and Entertainment. You always can find us online, and, of course, at a station near you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you guys for coming tonight. We love you, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Ciao.